Welcome to the Smoke That Thunders. Well, today we're with you on a Wednesday evening on a very unpredictable day in terms of weather. It was cold just now, but now it's hot again. But wherever you're listening from, we wish you a good evening. Today I'm hosting. Oh, I'm actually co-hosting this evening. Mercy is our host for the evening as she takes us through the meanders of your complaints and your current affairs. So over to you, Amy.
Hello, guys. How are you doing this evening? I cannot wait to hear all of your amazing worlds and also the complaints you have.
Oh, fantastic. And I mean, we have to start with the people in the seats. What are you currently complaining about, Amy? What are your current complaints?
My current complaints are definitely the weather, because it's like you have to get all of your clothes in order. For example, you have to make sure that you have clothes that accommodate the heat. You also have to carry a jacket and also have an umbrella in the very same day. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a meander of different outfits. So what have you been doing this summer?
What am I doing this summer?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm doing.
What have you done this summer? You know, summer's almost done, eh?
Okay, so some of the things that I'm about to do, I'm going to do. Okay, I cannot expose it because it's supposed to be a surprise to a group of people. But I've visited a lot of different places, tried a lot of different restaurants, made a lot of friends. Actually, yeah, that's something that I was looking forward to this summer. And now I have like new friends from all over the world. I did not even expect to meet some of these people. Like, I did not even picture meeting some of the people that I've met in a very short period of time. Yeah, so maybe I should go out more often, because I never used to be that person. So this summer, definitely, I've been going out a lot.
You'll be outside. And I want to ask about, obviously, one of the most trending things. Oh, I think we might have our first caller, but I might have to put it on hold until I finish my guan. And you know, Wigno was on the Danny J show, and he was saying a lot of things that I agree with, some that I don't agree with. So I'm gonna ask you, what did you agree with?
Oh, first of all, it was their first live stream. Yeah. And okay, so the things that I do agree with now, for example, is when he was talking about, okay, this might be controversial, but hey. Okay, remember when he said like he bought a car for Enzo, and before Enzo could sell the car, or someone was trying to buy the car, then they had to go back to Wignow and tell them that I have this particular car. And Enzo Aisha is saying he wants to get whatever. I think it was even asking for 60K, if I'm not mistaken. Then it was like, but that's like undervaluing the car, what. And he was comparing him to Japreza, who actually approached Seo Wignow and said, I love the car, but I have a deal. Then he ended up approving. I think when someone gives you a gift, right, if it really means so much to you, I think the Japreza way, given the position Wignow has in the society, I think that's the best approach. Because it could be something as small as it's 60K. Come on, this is Wignow is probably a billionaire. It's not about the money. I think it's about
like the respect.
Yes, it's a level of respect, and the way he was like, Japreza, because people are trying to see Japreza humbling himself, asking Wignow, and you look at someone like Enzo, he's very big and all, but the way he put them or he compared them, I would say he didn't put a good light on Enzo, as much as he didn't insult or anything. Like, he didn't do anything. How can I put it? He didn't do anything that is scandalous, but given that he was talking to Sarah Wignow, and it so happened to be a gift that he gave him, like, he's just appreciating him. I think if I was Enzo, I would just, humbly go on the side and be like, I'm Koma, just have a conversation with him, because I don't think it put a good light on him.
And I actually agree with everything there, because I mean, it's a gift, right? And you have to kind of appreciate it, no matter the source. I'm not a massive fan of Wickno. I mean, in person, I've had the privilege of meeting him in person. Lovely fella. He's much older than me, but he's a lovely, lovely guy.
Yeah,
like he's really fun to be around. He's genuinely a likable person. I'll never take that away from him. But I'm not. I feel like the money could be better used. I think you're saying that he's spent 100 million.
Yeah, over 100 million.
Do you know, like, if we were to build like a studio in Zimbabwe, we could build probably a studio in Zimbabwe for maybe $1 million US.
Yes, but you remember what he said? Because he was saying that there are a lot of people who have been coming saying, Wicknell, why don't you invest like in hospitals and what, right? But don't you also think there's a sense of entitlement? Because remember, this is his money. He could have simply not even gifted as much as, because according to the Denny J show, they actually said he even beat, you remember that famous episode, You Have a Car from Oprah?
Yeah, from Oprah.
They are saying he topped that, right? So I'm just thinking that's how he wants to appreciate. If you also remember back in the interview, he mentioned that when he was younger, I think his uncle had his name registered in his car. So he was saying, like, for example, I'll go back to Enzo. You're trying to sign, for example, you're getting like 4K per show, right? Yeah. But you're pulling up in this latest, I don't know, whichever car that he had been gifted with. Let's just say, for example, like what? The latest Ford Ranger. Let's just give an example, right? Yeah. Then he's pulling up in that. He was saying it just adds that extra oomph, or it adds extra value. Instead of, if you was to say, we're going to charge you for 4,000, right? They see the car, he's looking presentable. They'll probably give him, they'll probably increase that money, honestly. Because you were also, remember, weeks back, you were saying, I remember when you with your dad's car keys. Then you're pulling up, like, it adds value. It does. It makes all the difference. So given the fact that he was giving cars to add value to the artists so that they show up, get more respect, or show like they're making it in life, I think it justifies why he would rather give cars instead of like maybe hospitals. Because he said there are other people in governments and other organizations that can actually take care of that stuff.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like, to each their own. I'm more concerned about. I'd rather. I mean, if he's really the philanthropist, that is, I'd love to know how much he pays in taxes.
I also had the same.
If it's really about giving money, I want to see his tax returns. I want to see. I get his argument on adding value. Yeah, like if you give someone a car, you add value to them, but then. You add value to the people that already value them. Exactly.
And the other thing, I don't know if I remember there was a time like people were saying, a lot of people, for example, like in the US, they're saying, these celebrities have a lot of charity events and charities in order to avoid taxes.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, you don't need to do that in Zimbabwe.
Yes,
like,
yes.
In Zimbabwe, it's like the taxes avoid you. You don't avoid the taxes.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's it just kind of shows where we're at as a country. We just don't really. It's just I loved his hustle culture though. I don't consider myself a hustler, but I can respect when someone is a hustler, that they made $1 out of 50 cents.
Yeah.
He optimized himself in his field, which is hustling. That's his business. And to be honest, you can be a billionaire from hustling. You know what I mean?
Yes, I mean the way he started.
Yeah.
But I don't think a lot of people knew that his father he was successful, like in farming, right? I don't think, because all the stories we always hear is like, we know my bazi, I think it's my phone. That's all we used to know. Okay, I would say that's what the media always put forward first. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I learned a bit. I listened to most. I only cut when it was now calls and. Like you can see 48-year-old men were crying for money. I'm like, I know it happens. And to be honest, like I I don't get starstruck by celebrities until recently, because I did meet like a world-class celebrity.
Who did you meet, Sean? Who did you? Come on,
I signed
Sean.
an NDA, so I can't say, yeah, but it's let's say it is a celebrity that has 98 million followers on Instagram. It's a world-class celebrity, married to one of my childhood heroes, actually, but she on herself is probably a bigger person than
the husband.
But yeah, I was starstruck. I was like, this person can change my life. It's kind of hard to find people who can genuinely change your life. I said 2 words because obviously it was an enclosed space for this like ad that I was doing. But
are you sure it was also not your way of expressing how starstruck you were?
No, I don't.
Are you sure, Sean?
I didn't get starstruck. I just appreciated greatness.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Nicely put.
Yeah, and I appreciated greatness, to be fair. And it was great. Like just seeing someone who's like known around the world. No, I don't think anyone in Zimbabwe can ever starstruck me.
Is it?
I don't think there's anyone in Zimbabwe. I went to the same church as the vice president.
So you wouldn't.
So there's no one in Zimbabwe, because there's no one who's in Zimbabwe who's known worldwide. I can't understand how I've come to accept how small we are as a country. So like we don't have a Tyler.
Oh yes,
you know what I mean?
Not yet. I would say not.
No,
yet.
Not anytime soon.
Not
anytime soon. I mean, our biggest export is Tongai Chirisa, and he's got like 500,000 followers on Instagram. He's recognizable, but he's not a star. We don't have a star.
Yeah, but we also have to, because if I'm just looking at it from a Zimbabwean point of view, right? Because people are also saying the same thing, like with the music. Like you guys, it's not giving international sound, but I don't think it's about that, Sean. I think these guys are not genuinely given a platform where they can actually shine. For example, let's take, for example, Taylor, you just mentioned, right? Yeah. Look at the type of gigs that she had been getting. Look, even the adverts you've seen even here in Warsaw. Like,
but that's because of her beauty. I don't think her music.
Yes,
is all
but
that.
Are you telling us we don't have people who are as beautiful as her?
No, you need beauty and luck.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not like I'll take.
No, luck is important.
No,
luck
connections, Sean.
It's not,
listen,
connections come from luck.
No, let me tell you.
Yeah, okay.
He said, right? You can be competent, but if you don't have the right connections, Sean, you can be competent in your house. You understand?
Yeah, that's
But
true.
some people are not even competent, but they have connections and they're in the forefront. But he then said, you need to be connections are very important, but once they put you there, you need to make sure also you match up, like you're competent. But for the most part, let's be very honest, even in acting, right? I was checking the other time, like someone was asking Taraji P. Henson, I think some years back, like, why are you always acting? Then she said, we have to do these jobs because when they give me, for example, like 7 mediocre roles, okay? As compared to, for example, Amy Schumer, let me give her as an example. She gets this one brilliant role, okay? Yeah. And it's streaming on Netflix. That's totally different, Sean. Do you know that, what's her name? Megan, it's, no. Maggie Robin. No. The one who did.
Margot Robin.
Margot Robin, right? Yeah. I think she was paid 50 million, yes, just to be in that Barbie movie.
No, but she earned that.
Yes, no. But I'm saying it's also about the movie, Sean. Come on.
No, but
Avatar. No, connections are important because they will tell you which stage you're going to step up on. So as much as Zimbabwean artists, the only reason why I would say Ja Praiser is even way is because other artists like Davido, other artists like Yemi Alade, they put him there on that bigger stage.
No, but even
you would have just been big in Zimbabwe. Let's be honest.
Not even. I think Africans are very delusional.
No, look at Davido. Look at Wizkid.
Davido is not a star. I'm telling you.
Okay, Sean. No. Okay, what about Wizkid?
It's not a star.
Listen, what am I saying?
We have one star in Africa.
I understand.
The moment we get to that and ask the reasons why, it's the moment we improve. Because
tell me who's the biggest?
Tyler. This is just the only star we have.
But come on. Sean Nangwa. Okay, I'll share the different light.
Nah, those aren't stars.
I wouldn't know a Davido. Okay, other people agree to disagree, but I'll say, if I look at a person like Davido, I look at a person like Wizkid, I look at a person like Burna Boy, because I remember when he started, Sean.
Yeah, I know.
But it's important. Yeah, so it's important, the stage. Come on. You could be the greatest radio presenter, for example.
Yeah.
And you're just hosting maybe barbecues or maybe like birthday parties. But if someone was to put you at a more prominent or dominant... Okay, look at Bonang Mateba right now.
She's not a star.
No, she's not. Listen, I'm just saying these people are well known. Yes.
In South Africa.
Numbers don't lie, Sean.
They're regional
No,
stars.
yeah, I definitely do not agree to that.
No.
They are not.
You guys know, guys, I made a star. I've come back changed. I don't want to lie to you
I
guys.
don't want to know this star, Sean.
No,
because
I made a star.
Because here's the thing. Some people have numbers. Some people have numbers. Some people have bigger stages. But you could be next to a Rihanna. But if Rihanna doesn't open the door for you, you could just be next to Rihanna.
Rihanna is a star from the Barbados. You see, that's what, and people have to look at why she's a star and why I'm not saying Burna Boy is not a star. Okay, so Burna Boy is big, but people were like, why? He filled Wembley. In a country that has probably 1 million Nigerians, you filled Wembley.
Okay, so give me one, just one, you would consider a star. And tell me, I want to hear the list that makes them different from... Why?
Tyler can go anywhere in the world.
Why?
And Tyler can go anywhere in the world and have a show without South Africans and fill up 100,000 stadiums. Tyler headlines events. Burna Boy was crying when his name was in small ink in Coachella. Yeah, Coachella was right. He's not a worldwide star. It's not even that. I promise you. Burna Boy probably has way more fans than... who's a big American artist than Sabrina Carpenter. I'll tell you that for free. But Sabrina Carpenter's fans can pay, they can afford to be entertained by him. By her, sorry. So like, let's say, you can even see it with Speed Stream. If the whole Zimbabwe could watch Speed Stream, they would, and would have bigger numbers than these other countries. But then basically what carries our internet money is the diasporian eyes and the upper middle class in Zimbabwe, because they can afford to watch a 2-hour videos. And also those are no Toro Wi-Fi my church, my post, right? Those are the only people who can afford to watch that content. You know what I mean? Those are all the people that can afford, Spotify and YouTube. So like in Africa, our, Black Lives Matter, but they really don't.
But here's the thing, Sean. You said that Rihanna is not a star. She's a star from... She's a star? Barbados.
No. Rihanna is... she's a star. I was saying Barbados is such a small country that Rihanna is bigger than Barbados.
But listen, if Rihanna was not given the opportunity to be signed or under Jay-Z, do you think Rihanna would be Rihanna?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Let's look at how Rihanna did it.
No,
Let's
Sean.
From Rihanna.
No. Sean, let me tell you why I'm saying this.
Nasty C was signed by Jay-Z.
No.
He didn't do anything.
Let me tell you something, Sean. Yeah. When I say that if you're next to someone with the bigger stage, and when someone actually opens the door and says, go on that stage, those are two different things, right? Right now, Sean, right now, if for example, what's his name? Kendrick Lamar, right now, Sean, he was to endorse Ja Praiser, he will never be the same. Every person, everyone will start following. Let me give Lizzo is the best example. Lizzo is the best example. The reason why she's also so successful is because once she had that market, right, someone was able to help her break the white audience. Let's just be honest.
After the Me Too movement?
No, I'm talking the Lizzo when she actually, if you follow through.
But that's after the Me Too movement.
Yeah, that was, no.
It was politically convenient for her.
No, that is not.
There are no Lizzos in the 1980s. Like, I mean, Lizzo is great and all, but like, it's politically convenient for her to be like in the front. Yeah.
Why do you say so? Please don't say what I think you're about to say.
Of course, she was fat at that time. I can say the word. She was fat. Wasn't she like queer also? Like, wasn't she like? I'm not sure, but like, fat. Okay, body positive. So it was convenient for a girl that size to be a pop star. Eh? I mean, body positive models are what's in right now. Know what I mean? Like, that is exactly what's in right now. So it was politically correct.
So you're telling me that's the only?
Oh, she's slim now. I don't see her making. I don't see a top in the charts. You know what I mean? What we don't understand, if you're a politically motivated artist, you have a lifespan of 4 years. You only have until the next election year. Look at everyone who's politically motivated. Lil Nas X. Sam Smith. You have to be politically ambiguous for you to be a great artist.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Sean. You could be the best artist, but if no one is even giving you a platform. Okay, let's take it back to Zimbabwe, Kwach. Let's go back to Zimbabwe. There's this amazing presenter. She was in radio.
Yeah.
Miss Becky K. I think you know her.
I know Becky.
Yeah, Miss Becky K was doing voiceovers at church. She was doing all of these amazing things. She was even hosting events, right? But her breakthrough came when she hosted, I think it's Miss Zim 2016, if I'm not mistaken. One of those Miss Zim or Tourism, one of the two, but it was in 2016, if I'm not mistaken. From that moment, she also says that that's when things changed for her. Financially, and also yes, but even if like being recognized and everything, if you actually trace the trajectory, you'd say that actually paid off. No, I'm telling you, Sean, you really need to be on a bigger stage for people to see you. Could be great in your backyard.
I know you need connections, you know.
So why are you acting as if?
I am probably, my biggest strength is networking, right? I have benefited largely from my network. But that doesn't make me a star. It just makes me optimized.
Yeah, but okay. Let me give you. Okay, I don't know even if you follow these people, but in Cardi B's famous song, she featured. I don't know if you know her, Sukiana. I don't know if you even know her.
Nah, I don't.
She didn't even sing or anything, but because Cardi B just put in that video. Yeah. Right now she's huge.
Yeah, but she's not a star.
It's not about being a star because, okay, let me tell you why. It's not about being a star because I think when you see someone being a star, I think that's very subjective to me. Let me tell you, it is subjective. Let me tell you.
No.
Because even if I'm giving you the numbers, Sean, even if I'm giving you like, okay, people, because like I said, numbers don't lie, but you're still disagreeing, saying, but no, this person is only good in this particular area. But it doesn't take away the fact that they're actually good.
They're local heroes.
No, they're not.
Villages.
Sukiana is not a local hero.
She is.
Google Sukiana.
If a star is Kendrick Lamar, right? Because I don't think listen to rap that much, but then you know Kendrick Lamar.
How many songs of Kendrick Lamar right now do you know?
I know albums.
Okay.
Albums.
And then I listen to him. Tell me. I want you to tell me album, and you tell me the name of the song in the album.
My favorite album is Damn 2017.
What's
DNA,
your favorite song?
It's got X. It's got Humble. It's got Love. I can go on. I can name most of the songs.
Okay. So let's remove all of that.
Yeah.
Just based off of his music. Do you think Kendrick Lamar is a star? Not his connections or just his music.
No, but then he is a star
because of what?
He can be recognized anywhere. Even if you don't listen to rap, you know who Kendrick Lamar is.
Do you know why he's recognized?
Because he's managed to cross over
Hey, do you know how he crossed over, Sean?
through investment.
Only investments?
Yeah, it's
No,
investment.
it's not just investments. It's
It's
someone
investment.
holding his hands, including Beyonce.
No,
That's why people
that's
talk about.
investment.
I told you, just list 5 songs of Kendrick Lamar.
That's investment, though.
Oh, come
Like,
on, Sean. You see,
guys,
that's why I said calling someone a star is very subjective.
there are
Because
no stars in Zimbabwe. End of story. There are no stars in Zimbabwe. We have local heroes.
Shout outs.
No, man, those are local heroes. Guys, I
Give
met
them-
a star.
Give them a stage.
Anyways, our first call is in. Our first call is in.
Hello, caller.
She called before, so I'm just calling her back. She or he, but usually it's a lady. Guys don't like us that much. What a ladies show.
Hello.
Hello. You're talking to the Smoke That Thunders late night show. We're talking current affairs and complaints. And do you have any current affair or any complaints, or you're perfectly happy where you are?
But I do have like a complaint because I'm currently in Gdansk and
Mm-hmm.
I have been here for like 2 years. Yeah, I'm going to like my 2nd year now. And I applied for my TRC like go and I
Yeah.
still haven't received any information. And
From
I
your
want to
lawyer?
leave this country. Yes,
Damn.
that is the most frustrating part is got a freaking lawyer
Mm.
and
It's
they
an
are
African.
quiet,
It's
they're
an
saying
African
nothing.
lawyer.
No, no,
Ah,
no,
okay. Yeah, then you'd have been in big trouble. I don't wanna lie.
no. It's just what are they called? Berman Robinson, something like that.
Oh yeah, I know them. They've got a lot of ads.
Yeah, so they were just quiet. And when I go to the TRC office, we have all the documents that we need from you right now. So you just have to wait. And I'm like, if you have all the documents you need, why are you still not giving me my TRC or just a reject? Like, give me something at least.
Mm.
And they're not saying anything. And it's pissing me off.
Yeah, I mean
sadly.
TRCs are a proper problem right now, eh? Because yeah, I know people have been here for bare years, but they haven't had that card. They're
But-
still on their visa.
But the thing is here in Gdansk, it's not really that big of for people who are studying. It's
Okay.
only my particular school that has an issue. Like that school is so because there's the people that I know who learn at Gdansk University of Medicine, something like that. And they have their TRCs. They're even getting their second TRCs since they got here, and we got here same time. So my thing is, so the problem is not the TRC office, but it is our school. That school is so scary.
Like it's not recognized. It's not recognizable, or
Do you know what?
yeah.
I don't even know. In the 2 years that I've learned there, because I'm going on to my 3rd year,
Oh, you're
they
graduating.
should graduate next year,
Oh, shout out.
June.
Shout out.
So we've had people coming to our school. They've had like lawsuits against them. Some people even
Damn.
had to repeat their people were supposed to graduate in June, had to repeat, and some of them are graduating next year with me. Some are graduating in September because, as the school says, their journals, like this, because I'm doing nursing, so their internship journals, practical journals, were taken by the government because of the investigation the school is under.
Yo.
And so now those people to redo those modules, they have to redo them. And the lecturers and the supervisors they were like, we're not re-signing your journals. We already signed them once for you. So you're going to have to repeat
Yo.
with the other year or with a different class. So the issue stems, the school is the problem. They are not, that school has had 4 different workers in the dean's office since
Yo.
I've been there, 4 or 5. I have no idea.
Well, what's the name of the school? Expose
They
them.
even had the name change. It's Povislansky. It was
Give us.
Lansky Scholar Visha,
Yeah.
and then it's changed to I only know I think the English version is basically Povisland School of Academic Sciences. That's the English name.
Is it like a private university?
Something else. At first, they said it was like it's a private university to us, but to Polish people, it's like a high school, basically a higher education. Not
wait, what?
That's what.
Explain how that works.
I don't know, because we were told by our Polish time. She said that our school isn't like a university like we made to them, the Polish people. It's only a university to us, the foreigners. So Poland, it's recognized as like not a high school, but like a higher education after like primary school from them. So this is where they go before they go to university. So now it's been changed to an academy for the Polish students, but I think for us it's still like a university.
Hey, that sounds suspicious. I think we will actually do research on that and find more information about that story to spread awareness. But thank you for sharing that, really, because
I've been trying to get people to not come to the school, but they're flocking in like no man's business.
Are you gonna protest
by next year? I mean, there's nothing much they can do. I told these first years, because by next year the school might not even have its license, like for or whatever license it's called. Like it won't be recognized at all like it is right now by after we graduate. So chances of these people who are here graduating are very low. But the school is still accepting students. They even sent out flyers for next year, for October intake, for March intake next year. But it's all sus, man. Like it's just it's a terrible school. They're not accountable for anything at all. Plus we don't even learn Polish there. They canceled our Polish classes and they were like, we don't think you need them. If you want to learn Polish, get your own private tutor.
So like you guys can thug it out.
Yeah, basically. Man. But please, what is this called? Spread awareness on that school, because it is not a good school at all.
No, I mean, I think we'll do more research. We'll also try to get someone from their side to explain to us what's happening, because we want to know.
I don't think they will.
Now
they always deny everything, because I remember one of the main reasons why they were being investigated was because in as much as students don't go to class, like I think every university has those kinds of people who don't attend lessons, they're just here for work. There were a lot of people in our school who were doing that because they were not taking the school seriously. Like it's very, so the reason they were being investigated was the government thought that this school is just giving foreigners papers to get visas at the embassy and get here and not do shit. So that's why they were given like a 5-year license or something like that. So that they can, and it was then reduced to 3 years instead of the original 5 years. So it's gonna be reinvestigated next year.
And like litigation like takes a long time. Well, you must be on a lot of stress and pressure. So we do wish you well.
I am.
If you believe in God, may He help you and guide you. If you don't believe in God, I'm sorry. You have to cry or something. Our advice is very straight line. You know what I mean? It's extremely straight line. Because
I get it. I do believe in God.
That helps. That always makes things easier. So thank you for punching in. Hey, we will definitely do investigation on that and try to see what they are doing with you guys, because it does sound pretty nasty. Unfortunately, we have another call queued up. I don't know if you had more complaints or only one thing is bothering you.
No, not for now.
No, that's
only one thing, and this is the thing, so it's fine.
So you have.
I'll give the stage to the next person.
To the next caller. Okay, that is very unselfish of you. Anyways, Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your evening.
No worries. Thank you. Have a good night.
We will do the best we can.
All right. Bye.
All right. So yeah, that was I didn't even get a name, but someone from Gdansk. Complaining about her university and what she's going through at that university. But we do have this one is not necessarily an spontaneous call. It is a call from the Catholic community is having a conference this weekend. And as a practicing Catholic, we're going to hear from our current, I think, vice chairman, one of the two, Mr. Brian, aka Brice, one of the cornerstone of the Zimbabwean community, to be fair, one of our stars, eh? Since the theme today is stars, he's gonna like share some light on what they've got in store and what they are going to provide to us. But then before that, we're gonna have probably a song, and then we are gonna hear what Mr. Brian has to say. And we're back. So that was what was I made for by Billie Eilish, as we talked about Margot Robbie earlier in the show, and how Barbie changed her life. We thought, let's play the Barbie song. Let's play the Barbie song. And now we're about to call in our second caller. This one actually calling third person because it's a goat, it's a legend.
Oh.
So we have to call them. They can't
Call us.
They can't call us, you know.
But
respect.
As we wait for the legend,
Yeah.
Do you have like any advice for the girl, because she sounded like she's really going through a lot?
No, there's nothing that she can do. To be honest, there's no hope.
Hey.
There is no hope. No, you can't fight an entire. I mean, most private universities are shady, but
yeah,
actually, all of them are shady. Every single one of them. I know people who've not like graduated because they owe money from the first year. There's always something to catch you in Poland. So
yeah, it was because of the licenses and all of that.
No. Sometimes even if the licenses are good, they'll find a way to catch you on the knee, so to say. So yeah, we're about to have our second caller. Yeah, and he is, like I said, one of the chair people for the Zimbabwean Catholic community, which I'm very honored to be part of. Very grateful to be Catholic, you know, a regular churchgoer.
I actually have a question for you guys, the Catholic Church.
I
have a question for you. It's nothing. It's just something that's happening in our immediate environment.
Yeah.
So I will ask.
Yeah.
Once the chairman is there.
Oh, once the chairman is there. Okay, so let's call the chairman. Good evening,
Hello?
sir. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Good evening, Mr. Sean. How are you doing?
Nah, we're good. Thank you so much for giving us your time, because we know you're a busy man. I was telling the listeners before that, you know, you're one of the cornerstones of not just the Catholic community, but of the Zimbabwean communities. One of the OGs, one of the people that everyone knows.
You're throwing many flowers on me and the red carpet. Please don't. It's okay. You can end there.
No. We have to give people, you know, we haven't got the chance to interview yet because of like different postal codes, but people have to know even before you come that, you know, this is one of our OGs, this is one of our cornerstones.
One of our stars.
Yeah, okay, definitely.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the flowers. Thank you. Whilst I'm still living anyway. Yes.
Nah, you deserve all of them.
Thank you very much.
And as I'd mentioned earlier, you're a man who wears many badges in our community, right? And one of the badges you carry, that you've always carried since I've been here, is obviously one of the either official or unofficial leaders through the years. Some years it's unofficial, we're not in the committee. Other years, like this year, but Zokrapa's in Zimbo. So, as an official member of the Catholic committee for this year, I know you guys have a conference for us this coming weekend in Gdansk. So please tell us the inspiration behind the conference. Why is it needed?
Okay. So this Congress is it was actually, I will give credit to the previous executive because they are the ones who prepared for this, and we are just working in the path that has been prepared already. The main aim is that this is the first of its kind. We never had any Congress before. So the main aim is to integrate. The main aim is to make connections because we are from different different cities all over Poland. So this is the time for us to meet and integrate as Catholics. But we are not only calling upon Catholics to come, but the main theme is all embedded in being Catholics. So as Catholics, we relive what we used to do at home, or what we are used to do at home. And we also talk about different things that affect our communities here, that affect our day-to-day life. And since we are having a congress, we decided not to have, we're used to have one day where we can meet and have mass in our own language. We know that already Poland is a Catholic country, so we can have mass and time and day in Polish language or even in English, but we meet here and there to have mass in our own language. So now we are extending further to say not only to have one day, but we can have at least 3 days where we can meet. We are not rushing. We have a time to pray. We have time to praise God, and we also have time to enjoy the Catholic way, to play games, to have times to have, like on this one, we are going to have a bonfire. We don't know how long it will take, probably until the following morning, where we will be talking about different things. We are just like elders, but embedded in young bodies, whilst we are sitting on the fire, and we are giving each other ideas and experiences, as it were. So that's all about this this congress. And also to add on, we are not expecting a bigger turnout because already we are pioneers. So, you know, as pioneers, we have to go through many different things and difficult things. But kickstarting is the most important thing. Yeah.
And as people who are the pioneers, as someone who's been part of this community for such a long time, what are some of the things that you have faced as one of the leaders in the last couple of years? Because I know there's a lot of burden that you carry as a leader, because I think even though we're one of the oldest communities in terms of, I think the Zimbabwean Catholic community was probably the first Zimbabwean Christian community in Poland, but most of the people who were there were also like pretty young ways. And if you check the other churches like, you know, Zayoja, AFM, they've got like elders from Germany coming in on a regular basis to be shoulders to cry on, and also to be like lights to lead them. So as someone who's grown with the community and has had that honors of being the leader, and in some extent the elder of that community, what pressures have you faced in the last couple of years?
Oh, we have got quite a number of issues. We are finding it difficult that most of the people, or most of our members, they are from, like I said before, different cities, and wherever they are, now it's actually much better that we have got many people that are situated in many countries. But from the beginning, you would find that there is only one person amongst the locals who will be there, and it's actually difficult to integrate language, culture. It was actually very, very difficult to integrate. And also coming from home and relocating into the new society, new country, it's very difficult for us, especially most of us, to unlearn things that we used to do at home so that we learn new things here. So at times you try by all means to make sure that you panel beat and show other people the way, or how things are supposed to be done, but it's not always the way, the outcome that you will be expecting. So the cultural shocks, and then learning and unlearning old habits and learning new things is always been difficult. As well as we don't rule out the issue of racism. It might not be something that is actually a direct racism, but indirect racism, especially something, and it's not always easy to climb up higher the ladder because there is diplomatic racism that you find there. At the end of the day, when you look at it, after you've finished everything, you won't see it. But when you reflect upon it, that's when you realize we have got some things like this. So you've got people that want to talk about these things, but they don't know who to talk to, and they don't know who to trust. So it's like we are forced to be in a can of worms where we don't even know which one is dead and rotten, but at the same time it's giving an odor that we don't know how to explain. But nevertheless, we have tried to, what we can manage, we have tried by all means to make sure that we can also lessen the burden. Like nowadays, we have got priests who are with us. At the same time, we have got also priests who speak English also in different cities. So we also encourage others to speak with them. And also we encourage also others in different communities to meet or to have at least on a Sunday or after Mass to have some a few minutes where they can meet and talk, and they can share whatever they have, whatever experiences they have, and if they can help each other wherever they are. This is something that is coupled with actually helping. And in yielding this, we actually had some fruits that are coming, and it's something that is keeping us going.
And I want to ask, as someone who's been Catholic, I'm pretty sure most of your life, what does it mean to be Catholic in 2026 as a Zimbabwean man living in Poland?
Mhm. Challenging as it were a question. Being Catholic, it means universal. I never thought about it when I was back at home. But when I came here, I realized it's more universal than it was. 2026. Well, being Catholic, it means to be who you are. You are just opening up yourself. You are just giving yourself, because the word Catholic means universal. So you are actually practicing being universal, from being the local at home and being an international in Poland. Embracing also the Polish culture, embracing the Polish, because the church is embedded in culturation. So church and culture goes hand in glove. So whilst you are here, you also have to understand that also I'm embracing another culture. At the same time, we are like a good example that I can give is here where I am, in which we have English mass every Sunday, and this English mass has got different nationalities. So we are embedded into about more than 10 nationalities. In that situation, you are forced by the system, or you are forced by the situation to be more universal and more international. So you are living the Catholic way without knowing that you are living the Catholic way. So you embrace everyone as it way. You don't choose. And now, like what where we are right now, we are in a foreign country, and then we have got different churches as it were, like what you have mentioned before, churches from Zimbabwe as well. So you don't choose whether there is someone from AFM, or there is someone from Zion, or there is someone from any other country or any other denomination. You don't choose. You embrace everyone, because we are one. So you don't put the blanket that I am Catholic. You take away the blanket and embrace everyone to become one, and then we walk together. So if my brother from AFM comes and needs help from me, my arms, I am open, because you are my brother, you are mine. That's what has taught me to be more universal, is what Catholic means. Yeah.
And yeah, I think that is an amazing answer. And obviously, I'm biased since I'm also Catholic, but my co-also this evening is not Catholic, and she does have some questions for you.
But just from like on a lighter note, because I realized I don't know if you're aware of this, but the Virgin Mary, which is I think it's now the tallest monument so far in Poland. They were saying like it's 55 meters long, or 180 feet tall. People have mixed feelings over this monument. Others are saying it could be seen like as a place of pilgrimage. Others are saying maybe it's just a way to get foreign tourists to visit the place so that they can boost the economy, because it's in Konoptopi, I think that's how you say it, a small village like here in Poland. So my question is, if you are aware of this latest monument, do you think that it is going to be a tourist attraction to bring in money because it's located in one of the poorest regions in Poland, or it is going to be taken from a religious perspective, which is where people can actually go there and probably pilgrimage will increase because of that.
Okay. I was actually looking at it today. I think was it today or yesterday? I was seeing it. I think it was unveiled on the 15th of August. Yes, when we were celebrating the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary. First of all, the point of departure, where we should understand before we go to name it or to poster it as a tourist attraction or something like that. We need also to understand that Poland is a Catholic country before we go any further. I think if not 95% of the whole country, they are Catholics. And it has been like that. This is not the first place where we can find something like this or that can attract people. But in as it were, I would say we have got Divine Mercy Shrine in Krakow. We have got John Paul II Shrine in Krakow. We have got Maximilian Kolbe Shrine also, just near Warsaw. In Katowice, of course, Auschwitz can become both political and also in a church like, because also Maximilian Kolbe is associated with it. But this is just to mention a few. Even here in Łódź, we also have the origins of Sister Faustina. But I would say most of the people have already been coming to Poland to experience the life of the saints. And as it were, if most of the people are aware that in Częstochowa, the Blessed Virgin Mary has been named. There's a picture that is called Black Madonna, the picture of the Blessed Virgin Mary holding Jesus Christ. They have actually consecrated the whole country to the Blessed Virgin Mary. So Poland is called, Mary is called the Mother of Poland, or the Queen of Poland. So already by this erecting the biggest statue, they are honoring the Blessed Virgin Mary as the Queen of the country, of the national queen, to protect the country, as they believe that this is what she was doing from the moment they were actually in wars until now. Mary is still taking care of the country. So I would say on another part, it is one thing that is going to help people to pray more or to come to God more as they reflect on the life of the Blessed Virgin Mary as the mother of Jesus and as our mother, and at the same and as the mother of the church as well. At the same time, of course, many people would travel to come and see this biggest statue, but mostly I would say it would draw more people to come and pray. So this is the same thing as St. Peter's Square, where more people go to visit as tourists, but at the same time, more people are just drawn to go there and pray because it is the center of the church. So this is the same thing. So I would say I would put the tourist part under the drawing of prayer, because the drawing of prayer will be more, and they are just doing what they have been doing all along. I think if you have also traveled in different villages in Warsaw or in you are in Warsaw, I don't know if you have seen them, but also even in different cities, you can see there are some small monuments where you will find a small statue of the Blessed Virgin Mary or a cross. So this is the culture that is there in Poland, but now they have just erected something that is so big so that the whole world can see. And I think they called this the biggest statue of the Blessed Virgin Mary in the world. So of course, many people would come to see, but I know definitely many people will be drawn to prayer. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for that response. The reason why I'd asked you where you stand is because I was looking and people had so many mixed reactions given, first of all, with the person who was behind the investment, one of Poland's billionaires. So people are having mixed feelings saying, yes, Poland is already Catholic. It's dominated with that religion, right? But others were also saying, is it not also sort of like shutting out other religions? That's what some of the people were saying. Others were saying like they're investing so much money in this monument, they could actually invest it like in other areas. We have a lot of monuments in Poland, so this one is unnecessary. So I saw like a lot of mixed reactions. So it's very important that I got it from you, a man of God. Thank you so much for that.
Well,
I like a man of But thank you.
In Catholic, we really say men of God.
Oh.
Really?
Okay.
We really say that.
Okay, so a man who is blessed by God.
Interesting.
No, I mean, I'll ask you, I'll ask you, Mr. Priest, when was the last time you heard that in the Catholic Church, like men of God?
Man of God, pray
Nah.
for
No,
me.
the first of all, not the last time, but when was the first time you heard it? Not even. Not even. I've never heard it. Yeah.
But I want to ask about the joy, right? For you as a Catholic, because we grow up reading about Sister Faustina. We read so much about being a Catholic in Europe, and some of us we get the undiluted privilege of actually being in Europe, and some have gone for the pilgrimage for the pilgrims, some have gone for different Catholic centered events, and I'm pretty sure you've gone to most of them. I want to ask for you, like personally, because I think you're one of the few people who've probably used this opportunity to its maximum as a Catholic. I wanna talk about that, Joe. If you could describe it in a few words.
Oh my God. You have no idea. I can't describe it in few words. You have no idea. I had the devotion since I was young. I had the devotion, of course, to the Blessed Virgin Mary, the Rosary, and then Divine Mercy. So the first time I came to Poland in 2016, just for the World Youth Day, I was so happy when I had to see where she walked and how she worked. And now that I'm living here in Łódź, close to the first place where she saw Jesus, the first apparition, and the place where she was living, and then going to Krakow, it's so breathtaking. And also to expand, I talked about the Rosary, the devotion I had, the Rosary to the Blessed Virgin Mary, and I always heard about the stories of these three little kids, Jacinta, Lucia, and Francisco, who saw Mary in Fatima. And when I got the opportunity to go for Erasmus I decided to go to Portugal, and I decided to go closer to Fatima, and I was actually living close to the shrine, and I was there many times just to relive, to have it was a wonderful experience that I don't know how to explain it. It's so breathtaking. And it was one of my dreams, and it has been fulfilled. And then I was there in Rome, in St. Peter's Square, and I was like, this is the heart of the church. And I was so happy. I was so happy. And it was also one of my dreams. So, yeah, I can certainly say I have been living my dreams. And not forgetting also the cathedral in Paris. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's just breathtaking. So I would say it's the joy that you cannot explain. It's the joy that you cannot touch. Is that just the joy that is filled with God, and at the end of it, it has got peace. So usually it comes when you actually understand what you are going through or where you are passing through.
And I think you articulated that very well. And I want to, because obviously there's a live show, so some questions have gotten like to our inbox, and hopefully you still have enough time for us, because obviously I know I'd asked for a bit of time, but as someone
I
who
have the whole night for you. I have
okay,
the whole
so
night
that's
for you.
we
Let's
love
go.
those words over
Good
here.
stuff.
And the first the first question we have is, are there plans for, let's say, someone who comes as a student to Poland, right? And then they decide to dedicate their life to the church, either as a nun or as a priest. Are there opportunities like that for people, or they would have to go home and then probably start, in Zimbabwe, and then they can get transferred later?
Actually, let me tell you something. There is actually a priest who have been ordained in Zimbabwe. I think he was ordained 2 months ago,
Oh,
and he is in the Society of the Divine Word. He has been assigned to Poland. He's a Zimbabwean from Gwero Diocese, so from Kwekwe there. That's where he grew up in. So
oh,
he's coming to work in Poland. So which means he's coming here as soon as he comes here, he's supposed to start learning the language. After learning the language, he's supposed to be pastoring in Polish with the Polish people. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, you can. The only thing that you have to do, you have to learn the language, because when you are pastoring the local people. Of course, that's the first church. So you have to know the language. If there's an added advantage of also pastoring other people who will be coming in English, that's an added advantage. But firstly, you have to pastor the local people, so you have to learn the language. So you can, yes, definitely you can.
Then, and I think that will be like very valuable information, especially for the person who requested for that. The second question, I think,
especially for you.
Maybe. You can never say never. You can't say no.
Exactly.
The best answer is always maybe. And I wanted to ask the second question, and I think this is something that I also was going to ask on behalf of other people. As you know, our songs are very popular. You know, most people went to Catholic schools. Most people have a relative who's Catholic, more or less. Maybe it's Go, maybe it's Tete. And some people just miss singing Catholic songs. They miss singing the songs that they've sang their whole lives. And they can't really sing them anywhere else. So how do we allow people, or how, as visitors, like let's say visitors who are not in the church, how can they come for our masses and find a place for them when they're not going to like convert, but they're just there because they miss that environment that we create?
I didn't get you quite well. Okay. Are you talking about someone who is not Catholic, but he has got a Catholic, what do you call it? A Catholic
affiliations, maybe,
and they know this. And they know the song, the Catholic songs, and they really want to enjoy those. Are you saying, are they also welcome to our meetings or something like that?
No, I think from our side, I think they are welcome. But I wanted to ask, they are asking, I'm asking on behalf of them, so probably that's why I didn't structure the question well. How do they go about it? Because Vayenzi, you know, they are visitors, they're a little bit timid, they're a little bit shy. What is the route for them to be part of that? Because they also want to be part of the choir. They know they'll never convert, but they love the Zimbabwean masses. They love the Shona masses. It feels like home, because at one point in their lives, it was their home. So how do they visit and be embedded and then not convert? Basically the best of both worlds.
I think there is something that we need to understand first when it comes to mass, because there are some songs that when we are singing in the Catholic Church, it's not that we are singing for the sake of singing. We have got what is called the liturgical cycle. So probably they are so much in love with a Christmas song, and we are in Lent. So we can't integrate there, or maybe they need a song, a funeral song. That's because they heard the funeral song when a relative passed or something like that, and it touched them, and they want it to be sung. Once we are here and we are having our own masses or our own gatherings, it will be very difficult. But in other aspects, it's not even difficult also, because you have got friends who are Catholics and friends who are also in Catholic choir. You can look for them. And then when you are coming for mass, you know, we have been having this, or we have been doing this, that we have got many people who come for our masses, and they actually ask their friends to sing in certain songs, or to request some certain songs when choir is practicing or preparing the songs for the certain mass, and then we sing them, something like that. And I think to synthesize it, my wife is not Catholic. She's Seventh Day, but she has got some songs that she likes. So most of the times when we are at home, when we are doing pillow talking, she starts mentioning some songs that she likes. And then when I'm taking her to church, I have to make sure that this song is sung, and she will see her recording. It gives me joy also to see her doing that. Or sometimes she has a playlist at home that she's playing, and then I just take note of that when we are going for mass. I just ask or request certain songs so that she also feels welcome. So you can also do that to your friends. Ask them to request the songs because they know if you have a Catholic friend, your Catholic friend knows people who are in choir. And if they know people who are in choir, they know how they can go about it to request those songs. If they can be sung, then they'll be sung. Yeah. It's not even any problem. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair on both sides because it allows us to respect how we do things, but it also like leaves the door open for those who would want to join. And Amy is buzzing with the question.
Yeah, okay. I wanted to ask this because no one has really explained this to me. For example, I would have been Dakakura Bamendiri Postori Anditika. Then I realized that I think the Catholic Church is what I need and I want to be a nun. I wanted to ask the requirements for someone who grew up in the Catholic Church and they say, I want to convert to be a nun. And a person who's coming in, for example, they have a background, Angar Impostori. Are the requirements the same? Or a person has to go through something different in order to be fully integrated in the Catholic society?
Nice question. Do you want to be a nun?
I've always wanted to be. In all honesty, at some point, I've always wanted.
You know, one thing about Catholics is let me call it, there's an ambiguity when it comes to Catholicity. There's an ambiguity. You might see people who call themselves Catholics. Later on, you realize that they are not Catholics. Because there is one thing that makes you a Catholic. Everyone is the same in Catholic. So the requirements are the same. They are not different. They are the same. Whether you are coming from outside or whether you are in the Catholic Church, they are the same. There is one thing that makes you a Catholic. It's baptism.
Oh.
So if you are coming to church every day and you are not baptized, you are not yet a member of the church. So you become a member of the church by baptism. So once you are baptized, you are a member of the church. So for you to be baptized, especially when you are an adult, you have to go through what is called a catechism. Catechism is just a way of teaching to understand what it means to be a Catholic. So if you manage to understand what it means to be a Catholic in this life that you are accepting, then you give yourself to say, okay, fine, let me go through it. And then you are integrated. That's that. So it's the same. It's only that you would have come late to join, and then the one who is in the Catholic Church came earlier. Only that. But the requirements are the same.
Thank you.
Well, I think that does clear that up in terms of how to
you
join.
Guys, the way you are asking these questions, do you want to be nuns or do you want to revenge the religious life? Nuns and priests.
Honestly, I have considered it, and I think I'm at that point where I've actually just said, you know what, I think this is why is it creeping in my mind? I think that's the route I'm supposed to take.
Are you sure you want to be a nun, or you are just this habit, their clothes, they are the ones that are that intrigues you, and you're like, oh, I really want to wear something like
the
this.
drip.
No, it's honestly not the drip. Let me tell you, it's not honestly the drip, because the first person who made me really fall in love with the Catholic Church was actually a sister, and she used to be my friend when I was in another country, and I was just like, this is just the next level of being intimate with God. And I was like, I think I would want, if I was to do this, I think the right place to do this, to actually just be fully covered in His holiness, I have to do it under the Catholic Church. So I'm actually serious. I'm not just asking this for the sake of asking. It's something that I wanted to ask, and so that I know the proper procedures.
It's a serious
The way you are talking about it, if men could be also sisters, I would say I'm going to apply. The way you are talking about
Cardinal. And
it's well advertised.
And she's actually advertising it well, as if she's Catholic. Imagine.
Priest Magavu.
No, we don't call the priest. Hey, I have to teach you.
Okay, wait. Is it the cardinals?
Yeah, embarrassing me in front of.
Tell me the.
It's just father.
Father,
not
okay.
men of
Okay.
God.
Wait,
not priests.
but I know cardinals. Cardinals, the ones that wear the red, right? They are archbishops as well.
we
The
do have
purple,
bishops.
right?
Yeah, I think.
You know the
I've been doing my research, Sean. I'm really serious with this Catholic stuff.
Now you can convert. It's never too late.
Okay, so I now know I don't call you man of God. It's Father, Your Holiness, Your Grace, or what else? Okay.
Those are our nouns. That's not man of God. It's literally those few. It's father. I think father is the most common. Father is the most common.
Okay, so I will correct that since I'm considering being Catholic.
It's never too late. For those who are sending in their questions, we still have a bit of time. If you want to ask Mr. Brian anything, we'll definitely. I think he's also said he's available, so he's definitely willing to answer, and we're willing to ask the questions. My next question is on if you could do an event 365 days from now, a Catholic event, what event would you like to do?
Come again, if we could do an event.
Yeah, a Catholic
event. Because this week we're doing the conference. Obviously we know we always have the Easter Mass, we always have the Christmas Mass, and we do regularly have Mass. But let's say we want to do something that is Catholic. It could be anything of your choice. As someone who's tasted like both the Zimbabwean community and the Polish community and is well positioned in both, if you could do one big event to join these two communities, what would be the shoelace to tie the two events, the two communities?
Pilgrimage. The Polish pilgrimage. Pilgrimage. Because we have got many pilgrimage places here in Poland, which most of the people, they don't even know about. So because most of these people, they are coming from all these saints, they are coming from their culture, they are coming from the real what it means to be a Polish person, and then they become saints. So we have got many saints that we don't even know who are here in Poland, and if we could do something annually, I would say we could find maybe a day where or a weekend where we'll go and spend to one shrine, and then we learn more about it from I think all its aspects. I think I would actually be happy if something that is actually going to suit me, because we have got many Polish saints here, but most of the people, they don't even know about them. Most of the people, they actually stay closer to the shrines or closer to the places of the saints, but they don't even know about that. Yeah. So this is not only about learning about saints, no, but about their day-to-day life. A good example is here in Łódź, when I realized the park where Faustina was, when she saw Jesus. The story, they say she was actually at it's a park. You know, in Poland we have got these different parks, but that particular park, there was a party, a Polish party, and you know what a Polish party is. You know, you cannot have a Polish party without vodka. You cannot have a Polish party without even dancing or something like that. So imagine, you are imagining that in the midst of that, they have got their games. If you have gone to Polish weddings, they have got some games which they play. They have got some dances which they do. So they are doing those dances, and then in the midst of that, Jesus comes and appears to one person. And everyone else is happy, everyone is jumping here and there, and appears to one person. And then she runs away, going straight into the cathedral. So you go to the trail where she was living. She was living here, and then they say whatever she was doing there, because people, they have got these stories in traditional where people talk about them from day to day. And then you go to another house. She was a maid. She was living there as a nanny. She's taking care of the kids. She's taking care of the house chores. And they tell you how she was. They never knew that she was this holy, or they never knew that. So you are getting these stories from the locals. The same way we get these stories when we are in Zimbabwe. They tell us about Mbuya Neanda. They tell us about Sekuru Kaguri. We have never seen them. But we know about these stories because it has been carried by tradition. The same way these same stories, when you live with these people, they tell you. So I would say maybe if we visit shrines or if we visit places of the saints and then just get some time to get the glimpse with the locals, we could actually learn more about how to be a saint.
Wow, I think that is what, because I remember one of the trips that I've made was to Sister Faustina's tomb, and it was really enlightening because it was my first time being at an actual place where some of the stories we've heard our whole lives actually happened, and it is a magical feeling. It is a very magical feeling. We do have a question, but before that, we have someone who wants to shout you out. Miss Phoebe, and she says, "Hey," he says, "Tell Bride that I said, cuz, what's up? See you weekend. Dot. Don't forget the goodies." So now we have to ask what the goodies are.
Exactly.
Now we have to know what these goodies are.
That's the most important part.
I think maybe the best way is to come to the camp. You can see them yourself.
I love that answer.
Yeah. Very strategic.
I love that answer. So if you want the goodies, come to the camp.
Definitely come to the camp.
You will see what the goodies are. And there's a question, and the question says, baptized in the Catholic Church and currently attend a different church here in Poland, preparing for baptism there. Do I remain Catholic?
One thing about being Catholic is when you are baptized, you are given what is called an indelible mark. An indelible mark is in Shona we call it nyora. So
Yes.
you are given an indelible mark. Nyora is like something where you go to traditional healers, something like that, and they cut you with razor blade, and then they put some medicine there or something like that. But now this one which you are given on baptism, it is an indelible mark that is put on your soul, so you cannot extinguish it.
It's engraved.
So this person was baptized in a Catholic church and is going to another church. That does not make that person cease to be Catholic. That person is still a Catholic, but we call it no longer practicing Catholic.
So you're non-practicing.
So you are Catholic who is no longer practicing a Catholic. But in actual fact, it means by that virtue, you have denied being a Catholic. Right? You have denied being a Catholic. So if you have denied being a Catholic, it means you have run short of the privileges that comes with you being a Catholic. So, but now the thing is, when you come back, the person has gone and is baptized somewhere, right? And then when that person is baptized somewhere, when that person decides to come back to the Catholic Church, is that person going to be baptized again for the third time? Because now we are welcoming you again. No, you won't be baptized again because you are baptized already in the Catholic Church. You won't. What you do is you have to go again to that catechism that I talked about to learn what it means, because it means when you're going, you actually did not fully understand what it means to be Catholic. So when you are coming back, you also need to learn what it means so that you can understand actually fully. And then you profess your faith, and then you are a Catholic again. Because you have actually say no. It's just like a good example. For the lack of a good example, I'll use the example of suicide. Someone who kills himself is denied to live, is denied the privileges that life gives, that God gives through life. So that person is denied most of the things that living people enjoy, because that person decides to end the life. So this is the same thing.
Okay.
When you decide to leave, but now you also, but the person who is dying will die for good. But then there is something that comes there. Is that person going to be damned or going to be condemned by God or going to go to hell? That's when we put the grace of God. We don't judge it. What comes now is the grace of God. So if you cease to be Catholic, or if you decide to go outside the Catholic Church, will you still not be a Catholic? You have denied being a Catholic.
Okay.
But as for us as human beings, we cannot judge you, because what judges you or what puts you at par with anyone else is the grace of God. So the grace of God does not have any measure. And you cannot say that one have got the grace of God, that one does not have the grace of God. You can only fall short of the grace of God with sin.
Okay, so what if they got baptized where they went? You're telling me they don't need, do they have like a procedure or anything that they do to show that you're back?
Now, it depends with, you mean if they are baptized where they are and they now want to come back to the Catholic Church?
Yes, for example, I was born Catholic, baptized and everything, but I go to a Seventh-day church. Then they baptize me. I start doing things there. Then I just remember, but my heart is still Catholic. I just come there, nothing happens, even if they have baptized me at an SDA church.
Okay, what happens is this. There are many things that happen. So in the Catholic Church, it's not about only being baptized. You have to enjoy what is called the privileges of being a Catholic. A good example is the privilege of sacraments. One of them is baptism, and then comes the Eucharist and the all participations in the church. So what it means is, when you are no longer a Catholic and you are in another church, or you are already baptized in another church, or even going to another church, you are no longer a Catholic, it means you cannot receive the Holy Eucharist, because you have denied what the church teaches by going to another church, or you have shown the ignorance of saying, no, I don't know about this, or this I don't understand, so I'll go to another church. So you can't go to the Catholic Church then and receive the Holy Eucharist. Holy Eucharist is there every Mass. So you can't receive it because you don't understand. Even if when you go to a Mass, you are now going to a Seventh-day, like what you said, Seventh-day church, and then you come back to the Catholic Church, and then there is a funeral of a relative, and then you are there, a relative is a Catholic, and then you say, I was born a Catholic, and then you are there in the Mass, and then people are going to receive Holy Eucharist, and you say, I am a Catholic, so I'm also going to receive. You can't do that because you have denied what the church believes. You have denied what the church believes. So this is the same thing that you do, like I said, when you go against your parents, when they say you are supposed to be at home at 6 o'clock and then you come at 7 o'clock, they will say go back where you were.
Yeah, I think
but
it's
your
like
parents
that.
But your parents are still your parents. That's why you see at the end, mothers will always say, please come back, my child.
I think what they say, the Shona. Okay.
Well, before Amy chips in, because obviously, we're not yet ending, but I want to get Mr. Brian's closing song ready. So before Amy poses the next question, which song would you want us to close? Like when you close the show with, it can be a Catholic song. I know you had a Jah praiser song. You get to choose any song in the whole wide world. And I know you're gonna listen to both genres this weekend. I know.
I love the honesty.
I know.
We are actually preparing a nice songs for the camp. For masses and penitential service. But I think for the listeners, since we are all, I'll go for. I don't know if you have got
Andigonekutendai. We definitely will get. So Amy, you can pose the question while you.
I chose this song because of the question that Amy posed about the statue of the Blessed Virgin Mary.
Yes.
That's why I chose this song, and also it's one of my wife's favorite songs. Yeah.
It was more so a statement, not a question. I wanted to say like what they say in Shona. I think that's how you see it. So what I'm picking from this is, if I want to be Catholic, I cannot pick and choose. Okay, I want to have the good songs, but I don't want to attend Mass. So I don't want to be. If you want to be part of it, then you have to be baptized. so that you can be fully integrated, from what I'm gathering from what you're saying. Because I don't see, it doesn't make sense to me picking the parts you just want and leaving the rest. Because I think for it to be a full picture, you need to get all of the pieces of the puzzle to actually make the full picture.
And to make it more interesting is the moment that I realized I wanted to be baptized when I was young, but something happened. So says my grandmother. But then I was baptized when I was in grade 7.
Okay.
And from that moment, because I was now an adult, so I had to learn what it means to be a Catholic. I had to learn what it means to go and be baptized and receive all the sacraments. So from that moment, I started reading more and searching more about many questions. All these debates that people do, all these debates that people, all these criticisms that they say about Catholic Church and the likes, I was always searching for answers. And those answers, they actually soothed me to the point that now I realize it's not worth it to go and sit and start debating. It's worth it to understand what you actually want, embrace it, and then you give your soul, yourself wholeheartedly to God.
Profound words, eh?
Yeah, no, it's ready.
Yeah. Hey, after this, I'm coming to be baptized.
We also wanted to ask, I was like understanding the individual before understanding the church. And one thing I know, like I said, you're a man who wears a lot of badges. What was your first contribution to the church? Did you start off as a mass server? Did you start off as in the choir? I always have, when I think about our community, I always take it back to 2022, the Lublin Mass. That's the first time I saw you live. And I don't know if you remember this small drum we had in Lublin. And I remember you were banging that drum before we managed to fundraise for the big drums. And that took me back home like immediately. So I wanted to ask, for you, what was your first service to the church?
I was a holy childhood. That was my first service. Yeah, I grew up as a holy childhood. The missionary childhood. You are young, and I think I see being active more. I started when I was in grade 5. Grade 4, grade 5, and I was one of those dancers in the church before I was baptized, because I was already an adult. So I wanted to be baptized first for me to serve mass, and then when I was a holy childhood, then I went to serve mass. After serving mass, I grew to be in the guild St. Alois and Agnes. And at the same time, I joined the choir. So I was also a part of the parish choir. And then I decided also to be a catechist, to teach catechism, to teach other people to understand what it means, what they want to receive. So I went to different courses, and then I was also a catechist. So I was wearing plenty of things, plenty of badges, like as you were saying, as I was growing up. Yeah.
And I think that.
So yeah.
And I think that
tender age, yes.
Yeah, and I think that is amazing, because you've gotten every thread of every fabric. So your robe or your dressing is well made in terms of your faith. I also want to ask, in terms of, people say that one thing you said about being Catholic is, and I love this word, was it's universal. I remember, like, my mom would always say, kuti, so everywhere. Like the readings we're having today, they are everywhere. And I think that is the beauty of being Catholic. But then one common complaint that I've heard from our community is the Polish Mass doesn't have the same atmosphere as the Zimbabwean Mass. I think first things first, in Zimbabwe, most of our masses are like 2 hours. The Polish Mass is strictly 1 hour. I would say there's less singing. And obviously the songs are different, which is understandable. But even, I would say, when most Polish people do come to our masses, they are amazed at our version of Mass, in terms of not the structure, but then our songs and how long certain parts take. So I want to ask, as someone who has feet in both communities, do you agree with these differences? And do you think that gap will ever be bridged, or it's fine the way it is?
It is. There is actually a big difference. It's a cultural difference. Like I said, the church is also embedded into culture. So it is called enculturation, especially when it comes to liturgy. So mostly the Europeans, as it were, most of the Europeans, European countries, they don't come into the celebration that we actually do when we are at home. So for them, when we are going to church, it's just a solemn and somber mood, because we are in church, solemn and somber mood, and they don't have the vibrance that we have when we say we really need to praise God. We have to dance, we have to shout, we have to do all these things. For them, they don't have such. So it's just for them, it's just a somber mood because they are embedded in that culture. So someone leads someone leads the psalms, or someone leads the songs with the piano, and for them it's okay. But for us, we need to hear the drum, we need to hear the rattles, we need to hear the voices, the sopranos, the what. So for them, crescendo and all those songs, the notes, they are the ones that are important to them. So it's about culture. It's about culture. That's why for us the mass goes long, because we sing a lot. So if we stop singing, the masses will be shorter. I remember when we went to Poland, to Zimbabwe, with a group of Polish people. There was one Sunday we went for mass, and we had about 2 kids, and the other one was actually asking the parents, why is it here people, they stand and they all sing, they dance, but in Poland they don't do that. So the child was actually surprised, because this was the first. So it's about culture. It's only culture. When we go to JIT in rural areas, I don't know if you have gone to JIT. I've gone there in the rural areas where we have to spend at least 1 week preparing for some ceremonies. People, the whole village comes to your homestead, and they play those drums like never before. They dance the whole night, mostly for the whole week. So it's in culture. It's in culture.
I think probably, I think there's certain parts in the different cultures where they do interlap. Because I know some people who have gone for the pilgrimage, and they say that's like when they go for pilgrimage, that's when they have that same energy of like singing and dancing, and that's when I'll say they kind of interlock with African culture in terms of like the, not necessarily the looseness, but then the freedom to fully express themselves also in song and in dance. So I think there are certain corners, there are certain angles where they do interlock. But anyways, our last question before we play your song, we managed to get it, is if you could say any message to not just the Catholics, but then to the Zimbabweans in Poland. What message that is close to your heart that you could leave us with as we close off the show?
Well, we are one people. We are one people created in the image and likeness of God. So what we need to do is, we are faced with different challenges. For us to be here, it's because we are trying by all means to make sure that we change something back home. It might be something that is in our family, or something that is that pertains to our relatives, but mainly our families. So we don't need to forget where we are coming from. We need to embrace each other, and also we need to make sure that if possibility, or if there is something that is there that needs us to unlearn most of the things and then learn new things, so that you also integrate with the locals, it's good. At the end, go out. Don't stay at home. Go out, learn, meet people, speak Polish language, break it and embrace them. That's how you enjoy the world, not in your own cocoon, but outside the world. Go there, meet the world, embrace it. Yeah, the sky is the limit, they say. So as for you, don't limit yourself. For we are all in pursuit of happiness, and we are happy people.
That's actually his motto, hey? Like happy people. Yeah,
that's beautiful.
That's he is the CEO of happiness. That's one of the badges that I didn't say. Like he's the Zimbabwe's the international CEO of happiness. You can't be happy without asking for membership.
I was about to give you the non-Catholic version.
To be happy.
Yeah, nah, he is.
Which one?
Minister of Enjoyment.
Oh my God.
The OG Minister of Enjoyment.
There are actually some people who call me that Minister of
Yeah,
Enjoyment.
no, you are.
So yes, because I do want to say priest guy when it's father. So I was like, Minister of Enjoyment might be too off. Okay.
Amy, did you have anything to add? Like a question before I give him a monologue of how much he means to our community? Because I know definitely when it comes to also, even if it's on a Sunday at 12 a.m., we'll interview him. We'll come to the studio for 2 hours and then we go back home. Because this is one of a reason why I respect Mr. Brian, aka Mr. Breeze, aka CEO of Happiness German. There's so many names. It's because we need to keep our joy in Poland, and I think everyone who's come into interaction with Brian, he does radiate joy. Like he does radiate joy. We never, obviously, being in Poland, some people might go through hard times, some through angry times, but it's very hard to see him angry or sad. He's always radiating joy, but he also keeps the principles that that make our church what it is, that make our community what it is. When these guys started the Catholic community, it was a couple of people, like I think 7, 8. There's that famous picture we have of like the OGs, the original 8, when they used to have masses and houses. And at this time, they were the only Christian community in Poland, Zimbabwean Christian community in Poland. And how it's now grown to a point where sometimes the people from Germany coming to visit. We now have like I remember the last time we had a mass without a Zimbabwean father. We have a fully fledged choir that actually it's actually practicing right now, preparing for the mass. We have a catering team, a media team, and we're still ambitious and we still want to do more things. We've managed to do we always do the Easter conference, we always have the Christmas fest, but now we also add like something in summer, which is really usually in Gdańsk, something in summer, and we've managed to like have masses in different cities, like Katowice, and all the other cities that we have had that have been introduced in Poland. We've also had one in Rzeszów, which is amazing. And on behalf of like the community and everyone that won't say it to you on a daily basis, we do thank you, Mr. Brian. Your works and your efforts are not unseen. It's just you've always been part of the furniture that sometimes people forget to thank you. They think it's your job. That's also the disadvantage of giving so much of yourself to a cause that people forget that he's volunteering. He's just doing it really well. And he's been really consistent. But literally, he is volunteering. He is, and that should never be taken for granted. This conference is going to be amazing. It's been prepared for by highly competent people, and it's going to be amazing. Don't forget the most important thing: if you do want to know what the goodies are, you have to be at the conference.
Now I want to go to the conference.
On that note, I know you've said a lot about me, but when it comes to all these things, it's not only me. Yeah. I've got a team that is there, and especially nowadays, I'm not even doing anything. I'm just sitting. So there are some people who are actually working more and more. So we also need to give them credit because they are working hard to make sure that we also integrate. So we've got a very beautiful team. Like what you have said, also you have mentioned different teams. They have managed to put together all those teams. so that we keep the ball rolling. So we also need to give them credit because they are also working harder behind the scenes. Yeah.
Just to interject on that, I wanted to ask, because I remember the last month, I remember vividly, you were like, all of us are the chairman. And you've had a very, what can I say? You've had a very fluid leadership structure where anyone can take responsibility at any time. I want to know like the thinking behind that, because I find that quite unique, but I also find it very impressive.
You see that now people have been voting the same people to come back into the leadership post.
Yeah.
It's because most of the people are not known. So how can we know many people if we push everyone to go up front? If we ask more people to participate or to be in the picture. So you also have to be there. And most of the people have got these talents, but they don't have the limelight to use them. Or some of the people are even shy to do it. But you also